Uh, Hello, good evening, guys. How are how are you? How are you all?
Fine, sir.
Okay. So, uh, so do you guys practice yesterday session with your own? Uh, Good evening, Rahul. Okay, let's just wait for a few more minutes to join other guys. Then we will start today's session. Okay, till the time when the other guys are going to join the class. So till then, I'm just go through the Node website. Okay, let me just share the screen first. So this is the Node.js official documentation, and this is the Express.js official. I'm going to search here. This is the Express.js official documentation, and the current version of Express is 4.18.1. So what is basically Express.js and why we are going to use this in our Node.js language? So this is basically a framework. So what is framework? Framework is a some kind of pre-built system where you just have to start your own work. It's just like a boilerplate code. Okay, so you don't have to worry about to writing everything from the scratch. That's why uh, all the modern frameworks are available in the market. Okay, let's just say if we are using React.js. Okay, so it is 100% possible that we are able to build a page which don't get reload every time when we are going to fetch the page, or everything that React website provide us, like the virtual DOM features and the dynamic web routing. So all these things are totally possible using the pure vanilla JavaScript. But think, if we are going to start writing
Hello.
everything from the scratch level, so
Hello, sir.
how big the file will be, and how much time we have to give for writing everything from a zero level. And it's also the same time it will be a nightmare for us for writing everything from scratch, right? That's why all the modern frameworks are available in the market to use. So like the Express framework, we have a lot more frameworks for the backend. Let's just say Koa, Koa JS, or you can say Koa. So this is another framework for backend. Okay, so this is the official documentation of the Koa JS. Okay, just wait a 4 minute. I have a message on WhatsApp. So we have a other frameworks like Koa and Happy. So another framework is Happy. So another framework is there in the market, which is Happy. So Happy is a framework for the backend also. So in our session, we are going to explore, which is a very pretty much popular framework, is Express. Okay. So why we are going to use Express is a quite popular, and if you are seeing the community people over the internet, so you may get that a huge number of people are using Express.js. Okay. And if you are just take a glance on other framework like Koa and Happy, it's it has the same kind of syntaxes. If you looked at the syntax,
So
like
what are these, sir?
these are the frameworks. It's a Node.js framework. So
Okay.
I'm just talking about the frameworks. What is basically what is the framework and what kind of frameworks are available in the market, and uh, which framework we are going to use in our this learning journey. So there are so many frameworks, as I already told you, like the Express.js, the Koa.js, and the Happy. So every frameworks have a pretty much similar syntax. If you just open with the Koa.js, so you may get the same kind of the syntax you may get over here. You find it much similar like the Express.js. So it's a basically nothing, but uh, it is the same kind of thing, but having some different mixture of syntaxes. So this is it about the frameworks of backend. And before starting the Express.js, the framework for Node.js. Also, I want to remembering you guys that there is a lot more node modules are there in Node.js, and I taught you guys about two modules, which is uh, which is the uh, file system modules and stream modules. So some more modules related with the Node.js we are going to learn along with this framework, the Express.js framework. Okay. Okay, let me just cut this to a window. So like if we are going to docs and choose the long term version, so we are going to explore some more modules like event modules, and we are also learning about the what is event emitters, and we are going to learn about the debugger module, and then the OS module, and so many modules we are going to explore. But all these modules we are going to learn along with the Express.js. Okay, if we
Hello, sir.
if huh.
Sir, actually, your voice is breaking for me, sir.
Okay, let's just wait. Okay, now is it better now?
Uh, yes, sir. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Sir, can you repeat? Can you repeat what exactly the Express J, sir? Because I
Okay,
have some trouble during that time. So
okay.
I tried calling you, but you didn't respond, sir.
Okay, I'm so sorry for this. Actually, sometimes I'm really busy to pick all of your calls. I'm so sorry for this. But actually, the thing that I want to make you understand, make you understand, you guys, that Express.js is nothing but it is a framework. Okay, and framework is what basically? framework is a set of predefined instruction, or you can say it is a boilerplate code. If you are guys already program into the HTML files, or you do some code in HTML files in VS Code, so you don't have to write everything from scratch, right? Remember, you just have to write the exclamation sign, and then you have to tap on the tab button or the shift button. It will generate a whole boilerplate code, right, from head to from body, and we just need to write only the codes that we want to execute. We don't have to unnecessarily type everything every time, right? The same things happened with the Express.js. So when we are going to make a very big project, like some dynamic project, applications like Zoom meeting or Google meeting or something else. So we don't want that we are going to write everything from scratch. Let's just say if you are started making some application which is basically is used to travel. Let's say you are just going to make a travel website, okay? So you need a backend, a backend APIs for creating a dynamic website, right? So let's just say you need and you don't have any frameworks. So what you need to do, you need to every time create a server, and then you need to writing so much of requests and responses, and then you are going to building things like we are going to make everything like if we are looking at to the express there, and we need to create the path, right? So for this kind of thing we have a very minimalistic code. Probably it's uh, one or two lines of code, and you will get everything. I mean, you are able to build the paths of your, or you can say you are able to build the routes of your website. Okay, but if you are trying to build everything, this routes and all those things, so you need to build it from scratch, and it takes a lot of time, and at the same time it's a nightmare for you for writing a huge number of code, right? That's why all the frameworks are there, and frameworks makes our work very easier. So understood what is framework, and what kind of frameworks are available in the market, and what we are going to use um, the framework. So
So
now,
Express.js is used to create uh, a server, like to connect backend.
haha, correct. Express like everything is possible inside the Node.js. Even you are able to create the routes and make HTTP calls, and even you have a cluster modules and crypto modules. Everything is available in Node.js. But the thing is, when you are look at the code of all these modules, like let's say if you are open the HTTP modules, now if you just look at the event, like the local setting event, okay, so this code is very huge. If you are going to use this kind of code, so it takes so much of time, right? It takes so much of time for, for just performing only one particular task. So we want to, instead writing this much of code, we have a we have to just write only two or three lines of code inside Express.js, and thing will be done. Okay, that's why Express.js is there. Understood? It's a kind of boilerplate code. You don't have to write everything from scratch. So this doesn't mean that a Node.js is not capable to perform some certain kind of things. Node.js is a very powerful. Even if you are there is a community survey and people got that Node.js is even so much powerful that it beats Java language. Even Java is also used for making the backends, backend development. So so Node.js is too fast, and reason being Node.js is too fast because of it is built upon the C++ language. So whatever the application is, if it is built upon the C++, so C++ is just a it is just a advanced procedural language. So it is so powerful that if you are making any application with C++, so it will be too fast. Okay, too fast means I meant it. I mean it is too fast. Okay, someone is trying to join. Okay, okay. Even before starting the express days, I just I just need to clear something. In yesterday class, I taught about the stream module in a very deeper way, and I just have to just showing something with you guys. Hmm. Okay, so this was the basically code from yesterday's session. Okay, okay. Before executing before executing this line of code, I just want to share. I just want to show you guys my taskbar. So how much memory it is consuming right now. So if we are looking, okay, let's just accept the requests. Okay, uh, if I am just looking onto my memory memory optimization right now, so my memory is 85% is in use, and Chrome's take 1900 and something MB. Okay, and my Visual Studio Code also takes 562 MB of memory. So let's just say, so my file is not so much big, and I also showed you guys about this index.txt file in yesterday's session. So my file is hardly 1 MB. So I was talking that when you work with a very big file, so you have a performance issue, right? So let's just start the node one more time. Node server.js. So now my server is started and it is listening on the port number 5000. If we are just going on my local host 5000, so it is loaded, right? It is loaded right now. And if we are going to open the same link, I mean the same thing on three tabs. Let's say I'm going to open the same thing in three tabs. And right now, if I am checking my taskbar and check the memory optimization, okay. So let's say searching for the node. Okay, again I done a mistake. Let me just correct it. The thing is, I again open the node server inside the Visual Studio Code. I don't have to open this thing inside the Visual Studio Code. This is the reason my taskbar is showing the VS Code when I type Node.js. because I open the Node.js through my inbuilt terminal of VS Code. Okay, so let's just open the main source of file. So my main source file was here, I think. Yes. And for starting my node server, I just need to write node server dot js, and it is showing server is listening on port number 5000. Now my taskbar is able to give the node.js. So for opening the task manager, we have to press the button Control Shift and Escape at the same time. And now type the node. Now it is showing Node.js JavaScript runtime, and just just looked at the memory number over here. It takes 11.6 MB, right? It takes how much of memory? 11.6. I know that this memory is not very big because my file is also not much bigger, right? My file size is hardly 1 MB. I mean, it is 987 KB file. Okay, so it takes 11.6 MB. But if you take a bigger file, so it may take so much of space. So remember this number 11.6. So now let's just come onto the main the VS Code file where we write the code. And this was in what? I already commented it out. The stream was used in a bad way. Okay, so this is not the recommend way cause it takes so much of space. Let me just comment this lines, and let's just uncomment these two lines. I already wrote all these codes in yesterday session. Okay, I would suggest you guys to watch the recorded videos that I already shared in yesterday session. So let's just start the node server again. Uh, we have to write node server dot js, and now let's just refresh all these things. Okay, we are refreshing these things, and these things are showing the text, the lorem ipsum text. Okay, now let's just check the memory optimization. It takes only 12.5 MB. In previously, how much memory it takes? It takes 17.5 MB, right? I think it was taking in previously when we are using it in a bad way, when we use our stream in a bad way. So it was taking 17.5 MB. Right now it takes 12.5 MB. So I know that this number is not very big because uh, we are not even take a big size of file. It just hardly 1 MB file, and that's why this is the reason this is not very affected on the number of the memory optimization. But when your file size is of 1 GB or 2 GB, so you can get this very clearly. Okay, I hope yesterday's session was clear right now, and now let's just move with the today's session.
Sir, I have one doubt.
Okay, what's your doubt?
I mean, Can you re-explain line 10 and 11, sir?
In this code,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm just writing if request.url is not equal to the given path, the home path. This means the home path. If we are writing a slash, if we are writing slash means by default it says home. If our route is not a home, then we are saying that here response just return the end statement. Okay, so we explicitly says with our server to end the response. Okay, so this lines mean this. Understood?
Okay, okay. Internally, if we are hitting in browser, it will take our URL, right?
Right, right, right.
Okay, okay, sir.
So okay, now let's just start in today's session, and let me just cut this thing, and just say make another directory, named it as let's say express express learn. Okay, uh, so whenever you are just going to create a project, okay, mainly if you are dealing with the Node.js, so you have to make a file named it as a package.json. So don't worry what is package.json and all these things. So let me just create all these things and let me explain one by one. Okay. So for creating the package.json, you have to write npm init. So in our very first time, it may ask you some question. Let's say it asks with you that package name is express learn. So I'm satisfied with this name and I'm just going to hit enter button. So it again asks with you that version going to be 1.0.0, and my answer is yes. I am happy with this version cause this application I am going to build on a very first time. So the version will be 1.0.0. So I'm just hitting the enter button and description. So basically I'm just going to make um, a learning, let's say a learning application. So initially I'm just giving anything which comes into my mind, but when you just working with a production grade application, so you have to mention everything with a standard description, right? Let's just say if you are just working on a e-commerce website, so you have to write everything like what is application is based on and what kind of product is there. So it will be very easy for other developers to understand your application once they read all this description and all these things. So they will they will understand so what your purpose to build this application. So a learning application, let's just hit enter button and it's asked with you, so entry point index.js. Yes, my entry point will be index.js. I'm happy with it. So I'm just going to hit enter button one more time. So test commands, we are not going to testing the application. So I'm just leaving it as it is. Let's just hit again enter button and get repository. For till now, I'm not going to use get repository, but in upcoming session, I'm going to upload the repositories when we are going to working with a big project, that I promise with you guys that we are going to learn project based learning in the end of this lecture. I mean, in the end of all the lecture. So that time we are going to use Git repositories. Do you guys already familiar with what is Git repositories?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Um, okay. I have just one more question, guys. Could you answer me that how these things happen that I'm just writing everything inside my command palette? This is command line console, right? And how all these things going to work? Let's just say if I'm here, I'm just typing npm init, and how all these things are being worked. Have you guys answered? Can anyone tell me? Hello. Can any one of you tell me, if we are just writing the commands in our console, like npm init, or if we are going to just writing npm install this package, and how this will be very easily installed inside our computer, or whenever we are just writing uh, whenever we just giving the instruction to our command line that mkdir, and then we are writing the name of the directory, so it will build a directory instantly. And how is this possible? Have you ever thought about it? How is this possible? Okay, let me tell you. So what happened basically? So whatever we downloaded from the internet, okay, so it downloaded in the form of the executable file inside our computer, okay. And what is executable file? The file which has the extension of .exe file. I'm damn sure that you guys already got these kind of files inside your computer, .exe file. So what happened that whenever we have already downloaded the exe file, so we have to set the environment path. Okay. So so do you guys ever set the environment variable in our computers?
No, sir.
So you guys till now are not even set the variable path?
No, sir.
No. Okay. I'm just telling you. Oh, okay. When we are started the lesson of MongoDB, okay. So we are learning the Express.js right now, Node.js and Express.js. And in this Saturday, we have a class, okay? And the class will be on MongoDB. So that time you have to install the MongoDB on your system, okay? And then after installing the MongoDB, you have to set the environment variable path of MongoDB, okay? So that time I will guide you uh, how to set the variable path, okay. So don't worry too much, but let me just explain what it happened that whenever you install some application which is related with your command line palette, so that time if you are able to see this here, you can see guys that my system already installed the Java Home. So the same thing like NVM Home and NVM Sign links. So these kind of thing I already set my inside my variable path system. So what happened basically that so these executable file are inside our computer. Now we have a access inside. I mean we can have a access to manipulate anything inside our computer. Okay, so that time, so that's why we are able to make the directories, even able to install the npm things like that. So this is the reason why this thing happened. So uh, so today onwards, if someone is asking with you, so how it gets done that someone writing the commands inside our command palette and it will get executed instantly. So how does this happen? So the answer is that we have a executable file inside our computer and we already set the variable path. Okay, that's why we have a access of those files. Correct? Are you understood, guys? Are you able to getting my point? Okay, let's just start. Okay, I was talking about the okay. I was talking about how uh, how to initiate application in Express.js. So first thing first, we have to write the npm init, and after writing npm init command and hitting enter button, so it will ask you some question. So you have to answer all those things. Let this thing ask that keywords. So I'm going to writing like Node.js and Express.js and hitting enter button and author, and I will give my name Jadip and license and agreement term. I'm not going to write anything. So this thing asks me, is this okay? And I'm going to say yes. Okay. So now let's just open the file, open all these things inside our Visual Studio Code. And you already see that we have only one file over there, and that is package.json. So package.json is a very important file when it's come to be making an application inside Express.js, or you can say inside Node.js. And it briefly tells about the features, the names, the version, and description of the application. You can see over here it shows name, express learn, the name of the application, and the version, and the description. Description is a learning application, and our main file where where our application going to be started will be index.js. But inside our application we don't have such a file, right? Index.js. And we have a script test, and then we have a keywords node.js and express.js. Author is Jerry and license is ISC. So let's just make one file, that is index.js, because till now we are not making any file. So let's just writing index.js. Okay. Okay. Even before getting going to start this thing, remember guys that when we are making the server, or we were create the server, every time we have to start the server with node server.js. Remember guys, so we don't have to every time writing the same command node or start the server every time. to keep refresh our application or to get the reflected change inside our application. So we have a very good package for that, and that is the NodeMon. So what is basically NodeMon is, so using NodeMon, so if I install the NodeMon inside our application, so after installing this, we don't have to every time start our server. So it will keep checking of every file. I mean, it will keep checking every file of our application, right? And wherever change has been made, so it will reflect the same thing instantly. You can relate with the same thing like a live server is a extension. Remember guys, uh, when you are coding with HTML and CSS and JavaScript, so that time we have a extension naming as a live server. So live server is just keep refreshing every time. So whatever change you are make inside your web application, so it will reflect on a browser, right? The same thing you can relate with the NodeMon app, right? So for installing the NodeMon, we just have to write npm I NodeMon. Okay, and this is not going to be a production based package. So this is basically our development purpose package. Okay, that's why I'm just giving a flag of D means what? It has a purpose of development, right? When we are going to push the whole application on a production grade, so that time we are not going to push the NodeMon, right? So that time we are just writing, uh, we are just pushing only the main files. Okay, I think it makes so much of messy thing. So let me just clear the console one time. Okay, now let's install the NodeMon. So for installing the NodeMon, we just have to write the command npm I NodeMon. Okay, and we have to give the flag of D. So this will tell your application. So this is just the purpose of development. Okay, so just hitting the enter button and wait for a few seconds, and now it is installed. And instantly you can see over here that we have now so much of files. So now you guys can have a question that, sir, what is node modules, what is package log.json, and uh, how all these things are. So basically node modules is nothing but it is a dependency, and we don't have to install the node modules separately. As soon as I install the NodeMon, so NodeMon is basically dependent of some of the packages. Okay, what does that mean? That it is dependent of some packages means for running the NodeMon. So NodeMon needs some other packages for the purpose of running, right? So you can say that if any old man there, so they need a stick, right? They need a stick to walk or to do some work. So the similar kind of thing over here, that we need we need some dependency which is already dependent on some kind of packages, right? That's why node modules are there. So now let's just look at what is inside the node modules. If we are just opening the package, open the file of the node modules, we have a lot of modules, okay? And these modules are dependent one to each other, okay? And sir, what is the package log.json? So package.json, as I already told you that package.json is the one file who tracks all the information of the file. Okay, I already told you this thing. As soon as I installed the node mod, so you can see over here it keeps the record that we installed the node mod as a dev dependency. So it keeps the record of which packages I'm going to download or which packages we are going to install. So it keeps the package.json keeps all the log of history. Okay, you can say this. And sir, then what is package log.json? So package dash log.json file keeps the descriptive record of your log, or you can say your history. So what is the descriptive way? Let's just say we download the uh, dev dependency node mod. Okay, so you can see over here. So it it keeps everything like the packages name, the version, the license, the node, and the node modules, which is again dependent on node mod. It also track all those files. Okay, so so package dash log.json file is the you can say the extended version of package.json, where it keeps the every record, even the file which is dependent to another file. It also keep record of all those things, right? Are you able to understand, guys? Hello, hello, are you there, guys? Kindly respond me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yes, sir.
So package-log.json is a uh, descriptive file of the package.json. Okay. Now let's just come to the index.js, and now let's just start writing the first code of Express.js. So for writing the Express.js, first of all we need to require const express. Let's say I'm giving the variable name as express, require express. Okay, and now let's just make a variable name as a, and we are going to make this variable as a executable function. For making executable function, we just need to do this. Understood till here? Okay. I need one more thing, and the thing is we need a port number. So for this, we need to define the port and the same thing as port dot env dot process dot env dot port. Okay, and now make this thing, and let's say this time we are want to run on port number 4000. So I'm going to use the get method. So what is basically get method is? So I'm damn sure that you are already familiar with the get term, but uh, I will tell you one more time what is basically get method is. So get method is able to read the data from your client side. Means you don't have the right to make some changes like to update the file or edit the file or delete the file, but you have only one access, that is you can read the file, right? So for this kind of thing, we just have to write the app.get, and first thing first, we have to give the path. So the first path I want to create is the home path, and the next thing we have to give a callback, request and response, right? And this time res, and now we have a method named as send, and let's say hi express express.js developers, right? And now we are uh, we are made the uh, get path, and get path land on the, I mean get method land on the home page, the default one page, right? But in order to execute our application, we need to listen our port somewhere so that we are able to run this application. Now this time we are using the port, and we are just going to write app.log, and then I'm just going to use the backticks and writing server is listening on port. Okay, okay, this is pretty much, and you guys are know to amaze this thing, and this is the enough code to create a server. Remember that when we are using only the node thing, we have so many of methods like create server, and then the listen method over there. So right now we just have a very small piece of code, right? And this is a very precise way, and this is the benefit of the Express.js. In Express.js, you don't have to write a bunch of code. Even in in just 2 or 3 lines, you can just finish the whole, the whole routes. You are able to create the route. Now this route is created. Now let's just run this thing. Okay. So how would you run that? So again, it have a very important concept. So let's just learn what I want to make you understand. So we have package.json, and inside the package.json we have a script test. So we don't want any kind of this thing. So the first script I want to run as a dev, and the file that I want to keep running on this thing has a uh, index.js, but helping of which kind of package I want to run the index.js file, the help of node mod. I want to take the help of the node mod. Okay, and let's just write the file name index.js, right? So this is the one file, and this is for the uh, development kind of reason we are going to run this script. But for production based script, we can write as a start here and do let's say node, okay, index.js. So have you understood? Like when we are going to run the development server, so this nodemand package is already keep tracking of changes. That's why we are going to run the development script npm run dev. Otherwise, when we are going to push this the whole application on the production grade, so that time we don't have like the node mon kind of package. So that time we make a package over here called git. Okay, git ignore. So in git ignore we can just ignore the node mon file. So node mon file is a very heavier file. That's why we are basically ignored in our application. Cause in a production based grade, we don't even need the node mode. Okay. So in a server side, I mean in the actual server, we don't have any kind of thing like node mode. So we are in the phase of development. This is the reason we have so many of packages over here, and with the help of all these packages we can improve our development styles, right? So now let's just run this thing. Okay, let me just save this file and now run this thing. So how would you be run npm run dev? Let's just hit the enter button. Okay, I think I made some mistake. Can't find express. Okay, just wait a second. I think I think I mistake some spelling mistake. I need to just check it out one more time. Yes, I read the same way. Require. Um, okay, let me just check what happened.
Whether express is a function, Nandraj?
Cannot find the module. Express what expresses?
In line number two,
Mm-hmm.
whether express is a function, sir, you apply to a app, right? Variable.
Express is a function, I think. Okay, just let me check one more time. Yeah, you can do the same thing over here. Um, Here is the same example even. Mm, const app express. So let's just check what is the mistake over here. Throw the error. Cannot find the module express. Okay. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I just forget to install the express. If we are checking inside the packages, we have only dev dependency node mode. Even I don't have the dependency, I mean the express is. That's why even we are we are trying to build the express application, but we are not even installed the express, right? So first of all we need to install the express, right? That's why this is giving the error. Let me just quit this thing. Okay, clean everything, and now uh, install npmi express. Okay, so this time I'm not going to give the flag d. So flag d is being used for the development dev dependency. Okay, so mean so it means that you are going to use it as a dev dependency. But right now I'm just writing npm I express. Okay, now let's just wait for a few seconds. So it will install the express. Right now, if you are just looking onto the package.json, here you can see that our dependency is express.js, right? Now it is installed, and our dev dependency is nodemon. Okay, now we just we just have to run npm run dev. Okay, now it is saying that server is listening on port 4000. Okay, so it happens sometimes that we made some silly mistakes, and we should to be very careful about it. Okay, so now let's just check on localhost 4000. Here it is showing high express.js developers. Okay, and this is possible because of the express.js. And you guys can see that it is a very easy to write the code inside the express application, and it is quite easy rather than the node application, right? So this is the first application in express.js. So we today's session is little bit shorter cause I have some urgent work. But I hope that you guys understood today's session. Uh, First thing first, I was talk about what is framework and all those things, and then I showed the task manager where I in yesterday's session I was showing you guys that when we use a very bad way of using a stream, so it it will take so much of memory space. But when we are taking a good way of using a stream module, so it uses the memory in a very efficient way. Okay, and as a clever developer, we should manage memory efficiency in a very good way. Okay, so you have the responsibilities. So uh, how you would have to manage the memory management. Okay, so it is often been seen that in a very large application, people are not giving the I mean people are not caring about the file size, the memory it will takes. So all these things are calculated, right? So everyone doesn't have a very good uh, good gadget. Let's say maybe you have a 16 GB of RAM laptop, right? But someone who has a 4 GB of RAM of laptop. So how he can able to manage your website. So all these things taken care when you are going to make the application, right? That's why stream was very important. And then I was talking about the Express, and this is the first application of the Express. Okay, so that's all for the today's class. Um, till then, please practice all the things that we are talking about. Okay, okay. Let me just show one more thing. Let's just say the benefits. I just want to show you that the benefits of using NodeMon. Okay, here you can see that the high Express.js developers, it is written over here, right? So let's say I want to make this in h1 tag. Even you can pass over here HTML tags. Okay, so the moment you save this file, and you don't have to again run the Node.js, okay, cause you already install the nodemon package, and it will always keep track your files. The thing that we are already did in previously, that we every time uh, we just need to run the node file every time. So this thing we don't have to do. Let's just see in our browser. The moment I refresh this screen, you can see over here this is written over in a h1 tag. Okay, and you can check your command line. This thing refreshed one more time. That's why this server is listening on port 4000 is printed one more time. Okay, it is written over here and written over here. This means it is keep tracking all the files, right? We don't have to run every time node index.js. Understood till here? Do you guys have any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much for the today's class. I will see you in tomorrow class. Okay. See you guys in tomorrow class. Then. Okay. Bye.